Hi there everybody, it's UK independent demonstrator Halsey here from slimandstylish.com. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm going to be using the Tasteful Touches Cling Stamp Set. This is from the Stampin' Up! Annual Catalogue, and this is the card that I've made. I hope you enjoy it. Let's get started. So you want a piece of scrap Whisper White cardstock to start off with, and your Memento ink pad. And we're starting with the flower. Get that inked up and stamped down. Okay, and then you also want the You Are the Best, which is here. It is one stamp. Okay, and you want to ink that up and stamp that down. Okay, once you've done that, pop your lid back on before you pop your arms in your ink. Speaking from experience, and I'm using the light and dark purple posy and the light soft suede. So the soft suede is going in the centre of the flower here. Okay, light and dark purple posy, where the shading is, pop the dark. Where the shading is not, pop the light. Simple as that. With the lighter colours, you don't have to work too hard to blend them together. They just fall together quite nicely. And on floral stamp sets, if you follow the shading, it works quite nicely then. Very simple, very easy. There are lots of times where I think the Stampin' blends look amazing. I think people would look at them and think, wow, they've got their shading nice and the colouring's really lovely there and everything else. I don't think they realise how easy it is to get that effect and how easy it is to do. I mean, that looks nice without even popping the light purple posy over the top. Like I said, I'm not really blending it here. I'm going from top into the bottom, and I'm not really playing. I'm just filling in the white bits really. I quite like it looking not perfectly blended in this one. I like it with the tops looking like the sun's touching them. So. There we go, and then while you've got the light one out, I'm just going to run the light one over the sentiment. I'm just using the brush tip for that because it's a bit easier. I'm just doing the whole sentiment over and go back up again. Okay. Once you've done that, it's fussy cutting time. This flower is quite simple to fussy cut. I'm not going around it with any shading. Normally I do, but I thought the background was so busy as it was, I didn't mind not doing that. So I'm just leaving a slightly white border, not much. So if you want a copy of the new catalogue, just email me, slimandstylish@live.co.uk. I'm also running paper shares, and I'm also doing a new in colour club, which I've started this year. It's been quite popular actually. We get 5 new in colours each year, and we've got 5 gorgeous ones this year. Really nice. Magenta Madness I think is going to be my new favourite because it's so bright and so colourful. If you buy them all together, so if you buy all the ink pads, you get 10% off, and the same as if you buy all the Stampin' Write markers and things like that, you get discount. However, if you're going to purchase all of them together at the start, it's quite an expense. If you buy them separately, you don't get the discount. So my club is offering to purchase them all up front for you using the 10% and bill you monthly and send you a different colour each month. And after 5 months, you'll have everything: ribbon, twine, all of the colours, all the re-inkers, all of the markers. You'll have the whole lot. So it works out quite well for you. Then you want the You Are the Best. So if you want any of the details in regards to that, any of the details in regards to my paper share, or you just want a copy of the catalogue and you live in the European region, which is where I can sell to, give us a shout. I'd love to be your demonstrator and I'd love to send you all the details. So I'm just trimming that up. Okay. And then I'm also just going to chop in on that line. You are the best. Okay, so there's my sentiment ready for the card, and there is my flower. So it's now just the card itself. This is new ribbon. It is a double ribbon and it's in the catalogue. It's amazing. You get this and you get, let me just work out how I've cut it. I've cut it like that. Just a little bit smaller than the card. You get this and you get a gold trim with it, and the gold is gorgeous. It shines lovely. But this is another one that you can colour, so I quite like having ribbons that you can colour, as you know. Pop a bit of scrap under that, get colour in. I'm using my dark purple posy for this. Okay. Because this is quite thick weave, you then have two options. You can either have the bright colour on the one side, or you can turn it over and have the sort of vintagey, scrappy look on the other side, and it's really up to you which one you go for. I usually use the vintagey side because I quite like it. I'm a funny sort though. So have a look once you've done it and see which one looks best for your project, which one looks best for you. Just do the tail. So that's that side, and like I said, the other side it hasn't totally shone through, and that's the side I'm going to be using. Piece of Whisper White cardstock. This is 8.5 centimetres by 12.85 centimetres, and I've got my Smoky Slate ink all out and ready to go because I'm using Smoky Slate for this one. And work out roughly where I want my flower, and I want her roughly there. And don't ask me why I've decided my flower is a her, but it now is. And I'm starting with a feather because it's the biggest piece. So you've got all of these little bits here that make such great background detail. Generally start with the biggest or the most standout piece, because that's the piece you don't want to miss. And that's going to be my feather once I get that out my mouth. Okay, and then I'm going to work it back round this way to the trellis. And that's going to go there roughly. Yep. And then I've got my like a sprig, branch, leaves, some sort of detail, that thing. That's going to go there. And then I've got these, and I love these. I don't even know why I love them, but I just think they're really interesting and I quite like them for detail. So I'm just going to do that. Okay, and that's going to go over the top there. And then I've got my ribbon. So where I know that the flower is going to cover it, I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue. And I've got a dimensional here to stick my flower up. And I put my flower about there. I've got a piece of Smoky Slate cardstock. This is 14.25 centimetres by 10 centimetres, so it leaves a really big round border there, and I love that. quite often I have thin borders, but recently I've taken to quite liking the big border. I think it shows off our gorgeous cardstock colours. Amazing. Cardstock base, so I'm just going to fold and burnish that. I've already pre-scored it on my scoring tool, and I'm just going to stick this flat on there. And finally, some dimensionals. I think, oh no, I didn't. I thought I left my mini dimensionals downstairs. I was crafting earlier downstairs on the dining room table, and I thought I'd left them there, but I haven't. I'm actually putting 2 mini dimensionals on here. You might think I'm being extravagant, but I don't want my sentiments to fall off, or if it goes in the post, I don't want him to go flat, so I'm popping those on. There we are. Oh, get off my fingers. They're stuck. Right, so let's put the best on, and then that gets them off my fingers. So the best, I just put in a straight line down here like that. And then at the top, I just popped on U and popped on R, slightly underneath it to the side, like that. And there's the card. Hope you liked it. Don't forget, it was using the Tasteful Touches stamp set, and if you like this, you can purchase it from my store, slimandstylish.com. Go up to the header and click buy, and it will take you straight to my online store where you can search this and pop it in your basket. Any of the items I have used are available from there, and if you do want a catalogue or any of the paper share details, just give me a shout. Thanks everyone. Bye.